So the Overwatch community crafts was going on. I unfortunately really didn't get to participate that much in it because I was having depression. And when depression hits, you don't want to do anything. So I only got to play it for a couple of hours right before it ended. And my favorite thing about these Overwatch community craft events is when you get to kind of see some really creative ideas and some that are just a rip-off of April Fool's Day. There are some really good things that come out of these events where sometimes you can be like, oh hey, this might be actually a really good ability or a quality of life change for this character. For instance, I do think Wuyong should be able to put out fires. I think we can have just a tiny bit more cleansing effects in the game so it's not just heavily reliant on Kiriko. Now we have Lifeweaver who can do a pool and cleanse somebody, which is really pretty good. So I think it's okay to have a little bit more cleansing effects, but without it being Suzu. My opinion overall, though, I think the Doomfist players and Reinhardt players won through this event. I cannot play Reinhardt, or any tank really, to save my life. But Reinhardt was honestly so much fun that there's no way they could make this part of the game, but I kind of really wish they would. I want to do like baby buffs of what they did for Reinhardt during the community event, because I thought it was really fun that the less HP he has, the more buffs he gets to go, and he can just go all out. And I at first thought this was just going to result in my death a lot, but either I had fantastic healers who could keep me above minimum death, or I got really lucky, or he was just really OP, or some combination of all of that. I would like in the future for them to add like a little bit of a buff to Reinhardt for when he loses his HP and he gets like a more power attack, or he gets more attack speed with his hammer. I feel like there's a good give and take there, but it just probably can't be as stacked it was during the event. So honestly, my favorite was playing as Reinhardt. I got play of the game nonstop, and I was just having a good time. And I did not get to play all the characters. A lot of them I don't play anyway, or I wasn't that interested in playing. Sometimes the changes really weren't that interesting. For instance, I played as Ashe for a bit, and the dynamite can stick now to things, and Bob explodes if he's destroyed. And I was really thinking the Bob exploding would be kind of a big thing, and it turned out to be not. It's something I would like to see in the future for sure. I actually really like the idea that, one of the consequences of destroying Bob should be he kind of explodes, but the radius in which he exploded didn't actually get anyone when I did it. So I'm not sure there. I can say I don't really care for the sticky dynamite. That's fun in Stadium, where things are already pretty insane ability-wise, but in normal gameplay, it was very meh, and I didn't feel like it did good with her other perk ability where you shoot it mid-air and get ammo back. So it was very meh. I really loved the idea that Mercy can actually finally Guardian Angel to enemies. I think that's just something that's needed to be done for a long time now, and this is the second time we've had that as an ability for an event, which tells me I think it's something that they're going to add to the game. And of course it's going to come with some huge nerf, because fuck Mercy. Everyone sees Mercy and just, you know what, that character? Fuck her. And they just do something to her anyway. So I think that this is a good step towards Mercy's going to be able to Guardian Angel to enemies. I also think it means that Guardian Angel's going to have another second added to it for a nerf. I also like having her be able to do a little bit of damage if she does Guardian Angel. I think it's nice. I think it's kind of stackable if you're in Valkyrie and you're trying to target as many as possible while also keeping your team alive. I think it really kind of adds more to the Mercy experience. But hey, I also play Mercy, so fuck me too. Some things I was disappointed with. I also played some Torb, and I didn't think the rockets to his turrets were anything really that mattered. Jetpack having rockets significantly mattered more than Torbjorn having some rockets that were very slowly deployed on that turret. So yeah, there wasn't anything interesting really with that. But I have to say, I never want to see this fucking Sombra again unless it's during one of those events where we're going back in time to like 2018 or something. I never want to see the Sombra again. I am so sick of this Sombra. This is the Sombra that, when I think of hating Sombra, this is the Sombra I hate. I know a lot of people hate her now, and y'all banning her all the time in comps for whatever reason. Just tell me you can't shoot. But it is ridiculous that this was somehow considered to be like a better version of her. I heard people were talking about how they wanted this type of Sombra, and I'm like, yeah, if you want a really shitty Sombra, we should just go back to this, I guess. I hated every second in Midtown playing as the Sombra. Some good and some bad. Bad was it took forever to go into stealth mode. I do like the speed increase on it. It takes so long to throw the translocator. It takes so long. And I don't want us to go back to translocator Sombra where she goes and puts it near some mega health pack. I do not think this is engaging for Sombra players. It's not engaging for teams. This is really a nerf back to pre-Sombra where she was more of a solo wolf flanker, and I know that that was the point, to be a flanker. But there's a difference between being a flanker and you are playing a completely different game than everyone else because there's nothing that you do with your team except for an EMP. But yeah, I don't like this kind of Sombra. It's just very lack team play. It's so slow. Using virus to hack health packs was okay. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of okay with removing hack. Only because hack, in my opinion, really doesn't do that much anymore. It's really only good for taking out certain ults like Sigma or Moira. You can stop a Mercy from Guardian Angel somewhere. It's just not as strong as it used to be. And I think to keep Sombra healthy in the game, they probably can't have hack be as strong as it used to be. But do I like virus becoming the only real ability you have? No. It's not fun for her character to lose her hack, but at the same time, it's not really doing as much as it used to be. It doesn't contribute as much as it used to. And I think if virus is going to be the only main ability, it needs much shorter cooldown than what it had in the event. Overall, I just really hated this Sombra. I hated the concept of just going back in time Sombra. She wasn't any good. She was just really annoying. And me, this is the most annoying version of Sombra. I do not understand why people complain about Sombra now when this is her most annoying self. She's not with your team. She ain't doing anything useful. She's not even being a good scout. She's just trying to get kills, and really she's just singling out the fucking Mercy. We all take out Mercy. It's fine. Overall, it was a really fun event. I wish they would do these things more often. I think there's really fun ways that we can think of having our heroes be a little bit altered or trying something completely new with them. Or if you just want to be a hack and go back to an older version of Sombra, I'm sorry, I'm never going to stop being mad about this. This was just stupid. Fucking, I'm more mad about this than Orisa flying up in the air with Javelin, okay? That was basically just an April Fool's joke. I don't even know. You should just let Hanzo get back on Orisa at that rate if that's your ideas to the community event. Overall, I think there's some really cool quality of life events. I like that this is kind of also a fun way of testing new ground of ideas. I like that this is a new way of dealing with hero issues that we have, or finding new ways to make them a little bit more fun or playable compared to newer characters. I really do want to find a balanced way to bring Community Craft Reinhardt to the game. I feel like Reinhardt mains deserve this, man. They've been in the shadows for so long. Although that also means as a Mercy main, I'm not really looking forward to getting hammered all the time. Anyway, that's my interpretation of the events. If you don't like them, that's fair. If you do, cool. If you feel indifferent, but you somehow got this far, thanks for letting this play in the background, I guess. That does help with YouTube shit, so thanks, my dude. Any hoosies. Bye.